Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be kicking off my semi-annual favorite series. I did this back in June and then I promised to do it again in 6 months. So here we are in December. It feels like that went really fast. But today we're going to be starting out with skincare, and the reason that I started doing these every 6 months is just so that I have a chance to really try out the products and know for sure that these are my favorites. So these are products that I've been using either for years or at the very minimum a couple of months, so I really know whether they work for me or not, and it's not just something that, you know, I just started using and I don't really have too much of an opinion on. These are all like tried and true favorites that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend. But first, let me just give you some really quick background information on my skin in case you're new to my channel. I have really dry skin, particularly in the winter time. In the summer, it goes more normal to dry. So back when I did this series in June, I talked about some different products that I'm going to talk about today, just because those work a little bit better in the summer. They're a little bit more lighter weight, and today I'm going to be talking about more like heavier moisturizing products. And also, I'm 41 years old. I have more mature skin, so I try to look for products that have ingredients that'll combat fine lines and wrinkles, sagging, and also discoloration, because I do have some sun damage right here along my cheeks. So I try to look for products with vitamin C that'll help to fade that. So that's just a little quick background information on my skin types. So now let's go ahead and go through the products, and I'm going to start out with cleansers and kind of work my way along as if I were doing a skincare routine. And there's also going to be high-end and drugstore products mixed in, so there's going to be lots of different things at different price points. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, let's start with the cleansers that I use to remove makeup at night. And when I don't have a lot of time or I'm just too tired to remove makeup and wash my face, I use the Skin Food Rice Brightening Cleansing Tissues. And these are my favorite wipes. I did talk about these back in June. I've been using them now for about 2 years or so. I used to use ones from Simple and Neutrogena at the drugstore, but these are just a much better deal. You get 80 wipes for $12, and the other drugstore wipes usually come in a pack of 25 for $7 or $8. So for a few bucks more, you get more than triple the amount of wipes. Plus, these have brightening ingredients in them as well, and since you're not washing this off, they sink right into the skin, and it's just like a little added bonus that they do a little something extra than just remove makeup. But they do remove makeup extremely well. I usually only have to use one of these wipes to take off my eye makeup and then the rest of my face. Once in a while, too, if I really have like a heavy eye look going on, I'll reserve just one wipe for my eyes and then I'll use another one for my face. But they are just so good, and they don't leave a residue on your skin. They have a really nice, pleasant, light scent. So I enjoy these wipes a lot. I think they're one of the best out there. But most nights I use a cleansing oil to remove my makeup, and back in June I talked about the Belief Gel Oil Cleanser, which I loved, and it is a really good oil cleanser because it rinses away really cleanly and it doesn't leave a film on your skin, so you don't have to double cleanse. But since then I found one that I love even more, and that is the Mamonde Petal Spa Oil to Foam. I started using this, I believe, over the summer once the Belief ran out, and I will not go back to that one because I think the Belief is around $38. This one is $23, so it's almost like half the price, and it is so good. This one actually foams up a little bit more than the Belief one does. It starts out as an oil. I just pump some into my dry hands, put it on a dry face. It removes all the makeup, and then I add a little bit of water and it foams up like a regular cleanser. It really feels like it's getting your skin clean, and it rinses away totally clean, so I don't have to cleanse with another cleanser. So it's amazing, and it's just so gentle on my skin. It doesn't leave it feeling dry or tight or stripped. So that's why I love this one, and I will definitely continue to repurchase this once this one's gone, which it almost is. And then once in a while, if I have some extra time and I really want to treat my skin, I use the Colleen Rothschild Radiant Cleansing Balm. And this one, again, I've been using for years. I think I first discovered it back when I had my old blog, the Budget Beauty blog. So we're talking at least probably 3 years ago that I discovered this, and I've repurchased it a few times since then. It comes in a really huge jar, and it is pricey at $65, but I believe now they have a smaller version for like $24. So if you did want to try this out and you didn't want to drop $65 on it, the small one might be your way to go. But the reason that I love this is because it has the best scent, first of all. It's like this really soothing, calming, spa-like scent that I associate with bedtime. When I use it, I just absolutely love it. And it gets my skin so clean. It removes every stitch of makeup. The only thing I will say with this one, though, is you do need to double cleanse afterwards because it'll leave a film behind, unless you use the muslin cloth that comes along with this to go ahead and remove it. If you just splash water on your face when you're done using this, it's not going going to remove it, but they do give you a little muslin cloth with this. And what I normally do is I wet it under hot water, and then I just go ahead and rub it in circular motions, and it takes this right off, and it doesn't feel like the film is left behind after that, and then I don't have to double cleanse. So as long as I use that cloth with this, it's fine. But I'm always amazed at how glowy my skin looks after I use this. So I guess that's why they call it Radiant Cleansing Balm. I'm not sure why, because I've used so many other cleansing balms in the past, but this one just makes my skin look extra glowy for some reason, so that's why I love it. And then when it comes to cleansing in the morning, I don't normally go too crazy because I've already removed my makeup from the night before and I don't want to use something too strong or too harsh. So I've been using the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser for normal to dry skin. They do make other versions of this, but this one is just so creamy and so hydrating, and it's just extremely gentle. It doesn't have any scent to it, so if you're sensitive, this is an awesome cleanser. I've also used this to remove makeup at night, and I think it does a pretty decent job. Not as good as the cleansing oils or the wipes or the cleansing balm, but pretty close. But mainly I use this in the morning just because it's so gentle, and I just want to like wash off, you know, my skincare from the night before and kind of start over with my daytime skincare. So that's mainly what I use this one for, but I really, really like it. And then once or twice a week, I use a scrub in the morning to get rid of the dead skin layer. And my favorite scrub for probably the last 5 or 6 years now has been the Skin Food Black Sugar Mask. This is the best scrub in the world, hands down. I recommend this to everybody. First of all, it's like 10 bucks at Ulta, so it's really cheap and it lasts a super long time. You only need a tiny little scoop, and I put this all over my face on dry skin. You can also add it to wet skin if you have more sensitive skin because it helps the sugar grains to dissolve a little bit faster, but I like to use it on dry skin because my skin isn't that sensitive, and I think it works just like a little bit better if you use it dry because it's a little bit more effective. I don't want to say harsh. It's not harsh necessarily, but it's definitely a very like gritty scrub. But once I wash this off, my skin is so smooth. It's like porcelain. Makeup goes on beautifully over it. I kind of wish I could use it every day, but when you have dry skin, it's a better idea to just use scrubs a couple of times a week because you can overdo it and strip your skin. But I absolutely love my skin on the days that I use this because it is so, so good. And another scrub that I've really been liking is the Yes2 Scrub Sticks. This is a charcoal one, but they also have a coconut one. And these are amazing for travel. I use these pretty much all summer long, and they're, again, really effective scrubs, and they're just super easy to use. You just twist it open, rub it all over your wet face, and then scrub it in, and these are really good. It has tiny little grains, almost like microdermabrasion, and this also gets my skin feeling extremely smooth, and I love just how portable this one is. It's not as messy as bringing this one along if I'm going on a trip. So this is definitely my #1 favorite scrub of all time, but this one is a really close second, so I wanted to mention it. And then next up, my favorite toner in the daytime is the Klairs Supple Preparation Facial Toner. This just adds such a nice light layer of moisture to my skin after cleansing. It balances the pH, and it's just, when you have dry skin, I just try to add as many light layers of products as I can. I just feel like it helps lock in the moisture a lot better than if I were to just cleanse my skin and then throw a moisturizer on top. So I like to apply a lot of layers, which you're gonna see in this video. So this is definitely the first layer, and I get this from SocoGlam. It's a K-beauty brand, and that site has a ton of things that are really hard to find here in the US, but they're based out of New York, so it's quick shipping if you live in the US. And their site is also amazing because if you go to any of the product pages, usually there's a little video, and the owner of the site, Charlotte, is there talking about all of the different, claims of the product and what it does and all the ingredients. So it's just super helpful, and I always go down that rabbit hole when I'm on SocoGlam. I just get caught up in watching all the different videos that they have on there, and I definitely got sucked into this one, but I'm glad I bought it because it's an awesome toner. And then at night, I've been using the Mamonde Hydrating Beauty Water, and this one you can get at Ulta. It has rose water in it, which is really, really good for your skin. It's very hydrating and very soothing. So I've been using the Klairs for about a year now, and this one since the summertime, probably since August, and I love both of them so much. We'll definitely repurchase once they're gone. And then a couple times a week in the morning, I also use an exfoliating toner, and this is the Pixie Glow Tonic. I've had this in my routine now, again, for years and years, and absolutely love it. It's a 5% glycolic acid toner. I don't use it every single day because, again, like I don't want to over exfoliate, but a few times a week, and my skin just looks so super smooth after using this, and makeup goes on so nicely. So I alternate. I usually use this on days that I don't use a scrub because it is gentle, so I feel like I can get away with using it on the alternate days, and then other times I'll use a scrub if I want something a little bit more heavy duty. This is, I would say, a little gentler than using a scrub, but it still gives my skin that really smooth, nice texture. So again, a really big staple in my routine for many, many years, and I highly recommend this one. And then my next step after toner is an essence, and I've been loving this one the past few months. This is the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. I also get this from SocoGlam, and first of all, the bottle is huge. This is around $38, I want to say, and back in June, the essence I was using was the COSRX Galactomyces 95, and this one is very, very similar to that. It has the same like fermented ingredients. The COSRX is a little bit cheaper than this one, but the bottle is also smaller, and I would say that compared to the COSRX, this one is a little bit more on the liquidy side. It's almost like a water. It's very, very lightweight, like a toner, and the COSRX one was a little thicker, like a serum. And I did find that as I got down to the bottom of that bottle, it started to have a little bit of a sticky feel on my skin, and I'm not sure why. If the product had just sort of turned after a couple months, I'm not quite sure why it was doing that, but I was a little bit turned off by that and decided to try a new one. And just through researching products, this one sounded like it has pretty much the same ingredients. So fermented ingredients help to just brighten up your skin, fade dark spots, things like that. And so far, I've definitely seen a difference with this one. I mean, like I said, I've had this now since maybe like September, and I use it every day, and it's only down to here because you just literally need a couple of drops like water, and it spreads out over your whole face. So I feel like this bottle is going to last me forever and ever. So even though it's $38, I think because it lasts such a long time, it's probably worth it. And I have definitely noticed some brightening effects after starting this, and also this is great for sensitive skin as well. It actually says right on the top that it's for sensitive skin. It doesn't have any fragrance. It doesn't have any irritating ingredients. So it's a really good one to check out if you have sensitive skin as well. And then my serum during the daytime is the Peter Thomas Roth Potency Power Serum. This has 20% vitamin C, 3% vitamin E, and 2% ferulic acid. And this combo, there's something about it that just, when I stopped using this, I noticed a difference. It really has made a huge difference in the dark spots on my cheeks and also fine lines and wrinkles. I feel like when I stop using this, they tend to like come back, and when I am using this, my skin just looks so much younger. I don't know why. I've never had skincare work this well, but like I said, I was raving about this back in June. I'm still using it today. I think it's an amazing serum for daytime. If you want a vitamin C serum, I think this is like the best one I've ever tried, so I would hands down recommend this. It is really, really expensive, but I feel like it's worth it because of the results you get, and they really do come quick. I noticed in about a week my skin looking so much better after starting this one, so this is a great one to check out if it's in your budget. And then when it comes to anti-aging serums at night, I've been using the Colleen Rothschild Age Renewal Super Serum for quite a while now, I think since the beginning of the summertime, and it's an amazing serum. It has so many good ingredients in it. It has peptides to firm your skin and help reduce wrinkles and fine lines. It also has brightening ingredients to help fade dark spots, and I did really notice a difference after starting this. It's an amazing serum. But then over the summer, I did a skincare video all about drugstore products, and I bought this, and this is the Lift and Illuminate from number 7, and this is $33.99 I think at Ulta. This one is, like I said, $95, so there's a huge price difference here, but this one has pretty much the same ingredients in it. It has Matrixyl 3000, which is one of the best peptides out there. And if you're not familiar with how peptides work, they're cell communicators, so they go into your skin and basically signal it to start making more collagen and elastin, which are the building blocks and which help to firm your skin and like plump out those fine lines and wrinkles. So This is an amazing serum. It also has vitamin C in it as well to help fade those dark spots. So once I started using this, I didn't really miss this serum at all. So that told me something right there, because there's been plenty of times when I stopped using a product and tried to do something cheaper, and then it just, like, my skin didn't look the same and I was missing this. But honestly, once I started using this, I didn't miss this one at all. And I thought I saw even more results using this one. It's absolutely amazing, and it's won all kinds of awards. So I think it's definitely worth investing in this one if you're looking for a really good anti-aging serum. And because it doesn't have retinol in it, you can use this day or night. I use it at nighttime because I use the Peter Thomas Roth in the day, but you could definitely use this both day and night if you wanted to. So I'm gonna use this one up for sure, but I probably won't repurchase just because this one is so good and it's so much cheaper. So definitely would recommend picking up this one. And then when it comes to nighttime moisturizers, this combo right here is my holy grail. This is the Colleen Rothschild Extreme Recovery Cream and then the Colleen Rothschild Retinol Supreme Night Oil. So the Extreme Recovery Cream has very similar ingredients to the Super Serum of hers. It has peptides as well as some brightening ingredients, so it's just like a 1-2 punch if you're using a serum with the peptides and the brightening and then this on top of it. And then the Retinol Supreme Night Oil is my favorite way to use retinol. I've tried so many different retinol serums and they all irritate my skin and dry it out, make it look flaky, and basically make my fine lines and wrinkles look so much worse. And the whole point of, I feel like, using retinol is to try to make your skin look younger, and I could never get past that point. I know some people use retinols and they get used to them over time, but I've tried some for like a month straight and my skin just wasn't getting any better and I was tired of it looking horrible. So this does not irritate my skin at all. In fact, it makes it so glowy. If I just use this at night and I don't put the oil on top, I notice a difference in the morning because this one, like the first time I used it, I noticed a big difference just in the glow factor. When I woke up in the morning, I was like, wow, my skin looks amazing today. And I didn't necessarily connect to this right away. But then the next day I didn't use this because I was trying to ease into it. I thought it might be one of those retinols that was going to bother me. So I wanted to start it like every other day at first. And the second day I was like, oh, my skin doesn't look that good today like it did yesterday. And then I realized it must be this. And then the third day I put this on again, and again I was back to like that beautiful glow in the morning. So I absolutely love this stuff. And while it does take a while to see any anti-aging results from retinol, what I loved about this too is that I saw something at least right away. I got some instant gratification out of it because of that glow that it gave my skin. So between these two, my skin is really happy at night. But if you don't have this one in your budget, it's $75. I also really do love the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Night Cream. I got this around the same time I got the serum. This one has a slightly heavier feel than the Extreme Recovery Cream from Colleen Rothschild. That one's a little bit more airy and whipped feeling, and this one just feels like velvet. It's so soft and soothing on the skin, but this one has the same ingredients as the serum, just to a lesser degree. So you're still getting those peptides and brightening ingredients in this one as well. So again, just like the serums, these two creams right here, Colleen Rothschild and No. 7, are pretty much like the same thing. This one's just a lot cheaper. So if you're not in the budget again for this one, I would definitely check this one out because it's awesome. And then my favorite daytime moisturizer the past few months has been the Starskin Organic Pink Cactus Pudding. And this is so hydrating. If you have dry skin, it's incredible. I showed this in a haul a while back when I first got it, and I've just been using it almost every single day because it's so nice. It has this really thick consistency, just like a pudding or a yogurt. It's almost a solid, and when you put it on your skin, it just melts into the most luxurious, like sort of balmy feeling texture. It just feels so good, and it makes the biggest difference in my skin. You have to see like what a difference this makes. Like, look at this hand compared to this hand. It just looks so much dewier and glowier, and it just like, it makes my skin look so radiant, and it feels so comfortable all day. It has cactus seed extract, which is supposed to help your skin retain water. It has hyaluronic acid. So it's an amazing hydrator if you have really dry skin. It also has a really like beautiful light herbal scent. Not to mention the packaging is absolutely gorgeous, but it is on the pricier side at $48. So if that's not in your budget, I did actually find a drugstore product over the summer that I was really loving as well. This is the Eucerin Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Face Cream, and again, this is just a really nice moisturizer. It's also very gentle. It doesn't have any kind of scent to it. It's a lighter weight cream, but it still packs a punch when it comes to giving your skin hydration. It left my skin feeling hydrated all day. And when my skin's feeling just a little extra sensitive and I don't want to use like any fragrance or anything, this is an amazing moisturizer. It is a very just basic, no frills kind of a product, but at the same time too, I'm using so many different anti-aging ingredients at night and during the day. I don't necessarily need that in a moisturizer. I just want something that's gonna hydrate my skin really well, and I feel like both of these do that. So whatever your price point, I think you can't go wrong with either one of these guys. And then when it comes to my under eyes, I only use a specific eye product at night. I don't use anything during the day. I just bring my serum and moisturizer kind of up underneath my eyes a little. But if I use anything too heavy or too emollient under my eyes during the day, it tends to make my concealer break up and also makes my mascaras smudge under my eyes. So I try not to hydrate that area too much in the day. But at night, what I've been loving is this Colleen Rothschild Retinol Supreme Eye Serum. And just like the Retinol Supreme Night Oil, this does not irritate my under eye area at all. It doesn't dry it out. Even from the first use, using it every single day, I didn't feel like there was an adjustment period. It just started working and didn't bother me at all, which is amazing. And I think it's partly due to the texture of this. So let me just show you what this is like. It says it's a serum, but it's actually more almost like an under eye oil. It melts into the skin, and I don't know if you can see like the sheen there, but it just kind of melts into this oil-like consistency, and it is just super hydrating on the skin, so I don't feel like I need to use an eye cream once I use this. It's more than enough moisture for me, even with my dry skin. If you're looking for a retinol serum to put under your eyes, I've tried so many of them, and this one is definitely by far the best one that I've tried. And then last but not least, I just wanted to mention a mask that I've been loving really quickly. And to be completely honest, I'm not a mask person. Number one, because they just are an extra step in the routine, and I have so many things going on right now that I don't always have time to do masks. But another reason is because while I feel like masks give your skin hydration, it just feels like a temporary thing to me. I just don't always feel like a mask is really doing anything. Like when I take it off, I don't notice any difference. But with this one, I actually do. And this is the Origins Clear Improvement Charcoal Honey Mask. I had originally tried the Clear Improvement, the original one, and it just left my skin feeling dry and tight, but I loved how much like brighter it made my skin because the charcoal just purifies your skin and pulls all that gunk out of your pores and just makes your skin look so fresh and glowy. So I love that about it, but it just made my skin feel so tight and so dry. So when they came out with the one with honey, I was really excited, and it is so good. First of all, it smells just like honey. It smells so amazing. But the reason that I love this one so much is because it doesn't make my skin feel dry and tight, but it still gives me that brightening effect after I use it. I just feel like almost like I have brand new skin. It just looks so much clearer and brighter and healthier. So if you have really dry skin and charcoal masks tend to dry you out and leave your skin feeling tight, check this one out because it's so good, and like I said, really effective without that dry and tight feeling because of the honey. So as far as masks go, this is pretty much the only one I use because I see the best results from this. Oh, and I just have one more quick product to talk about that I completely forgot. I don't know how I missed this one. It was sitting right here. That's the Pixi Glow Mud Cleanser, and I use this in the morning a couple of times a week. I use the CeraVe most days, but this one I use just once in a while to get a really good cleanse. It's an exfoliating cleanser, but it's not like a scrub. It has a chemical exfoliant, so it has 5% glycolic acid, and it just is like a really good deep cleanser. So it takes away those dead cells that are sitting on top and making your skin look dull, and it's a little gentler than using a scrub. It has a little bit of like a tingle to it when you use it, which is really cool. I feel like it's doing something. So I really love how this makes my skin just look and feel brighter and cleaner, and I feel like on the days that I use this, I just get an extra sort of deep clean, but it doesn't strip my skin or leave it feeling dry either. It just feels really smooth and looks amazing. All right, guys, so those are my favorite skincare products from this year. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch more favorites coming up this week and next week, including foundations, lipsticks, blushes, eyeshadow palettes, pretty much everything. So you're not going to want to miss it. Also, let me know in the comments below what your favorite skincare products are these days, and if you have any recommendations or things that I should try for next time, I would love to hear about them. I'm always looking for new skincare products to test out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.